Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I am here today with Thrifty Thursday and Thrifty Canucks. Please check out my description box down below to see the information about those two fun thrifting collabs here on YouTube. So I just have, I guess, a little thrift haul today. I got this Holly Hobbies alphabet book because I just think it's very cute. I've had it once before, and I think I've used up a lot of it, if not all of it. It is $19.79, and it's just like a little verse and an illustration. It's from American Greetings, illustrated by Holly Hobby. I guess that was her name. I didn't realize that. I thought that was the character in the little patchworky outfit, but I love the illustrations. They're really beautiful. Very cute, right? Yeah. So just a little alphabet book. Then I got this really cute piece of fabric. It's very fun. It's vintage, and it's got these little cherries on it. Ooh, is that a pin? Look at that. Ooh, evil. Evil. That almost stabbed me. Okay, so yeah, it's got little flowers, a little cherry. Some of them are checker print. Very, very kitschy. I like it a lot. So cute. Then a couple of Valentine's things. So number one, I found this vintage pack of these Valentine, like doily type Valentine's hearts. They say with love on them. I just think they're really nice. They'd be really cute in the center of a journal, not necessarily a Valentine's Day one. They're from Amscan, Laurent, Quebec. Originally they were 46 cents. I think actually that's about what I paid for them. And then there's a few more on the back of little tiny pink hearts and these little white ones. So super cute little doilies. And then I've never seen these before, but it's a little Ideals Valentine Greetings book. And it's got some really cute stuff in it. And the paper is a nice quality. It feels almost like watercolor paper. It's got some really pretty pages in it. Some nice art as always. Some nice verses, and yeah, I always like getting Ideals magazines. They're always neat. So that's that one. Okay, then I got this humongous bag of strips of all different really cool fabrics. It was a big bag for $4, so I said, yeah, sure. I'm probably going to use it in making my jelly rolls, my freeform jelly rolls that I sell in my Etsy shop, because this is already cut into strips for me, so I just have to add interesting other things like laces and stuff. So that's where that will come in handy. But there is some really nice fabric in here, and a lot of it's vintage, and it's all cut into, like, I'm guessing 2-inch wide strips. Probably somebody was doing a quilt, so that would be my guess, and then they had extra. Some of these look like they've been cut from old bed sheets, which is really nice. But yeah, loads of patterns in there. So I will sort those out. And then I rarely buy jars of buttons, but these ones were all wood. So I was like, yeah, okay. And purple tags were half off. So it was marked at $6, probably because purple tags were marked half off, because I never see buttons that expensive at this particular thrift store. They're in a little coffee jar. And there's like all different kinds of cool buttons and toggles. Nice wood. And, you know, as someone who actually makes their own wood buttons, I can respect the beauty and artistry of all different kinds of wooden buttons like this. These are definitely really nice. And I think several of them are actually handmade. Like I can tell because I make my own buttons, I can tell that a lot of these are handmade buttons. These ones are also really nice. They're walnut buttons, which I've made before. These ones are really like well polished. Like I usually make kind of rougher ones. These ones are very like professionally finished. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. So that is the wood button haul. I try not to buy buttons because I have so many, but this one I felt like it was specific, so we could go ahead and get them. What else? Okay. I found a few children's books. So I found another copy of Moonbeam on a Cat's Ear. I have one copy of it already, but it's always nice to have a second copy. So that's going to go with the other one, and probably that'll become a journal soon. I love Marie-Louise Gay's art. What do fairies do with all those teeth? So I thought that sounded like a really cute story about the Tooth Fairy, and I really love the illustrations. So cute. And I guess it just theorizes different things that maybe the Tooth Fairy does with all these teeth. Yeah, it's a very, very cute book. Whoops. Yeah, let me just... My ruler was sitting up here on my little shelf. Okay, and this one, The Queen Who Stole the Sky. So I love that her dress is made out of the sky, and this looks like a really fun little story too. It is 1986. A nice illustration style. I like the little girl in the tree there. Yeah, so I'll have to give this a read and see what I'm going to do with it. Probably read it with my daughter first. Cute book though. And then this book, Fox Eyes, by Margaret Wise Brown, pictures by Garth Williams. So I really love Margaret Wise Brown. She's a great author. And the pictures in here are so cute. Cutes. This bunny. Very like nature illustration, cute. A little fox hiding in a stump. Squirrel. Bear. I like this bear here. He's so funny. A dog. Fox. Little family. Yeah, it's very cute. That's a cute bunny with the moon. Everything is eating in this book. It's funny. Yep. And then a non-children's book called Journey to the Wind by Tomohiro Hoshino. It's got a little bit of gunk there that I can clean off, but it's sort of got a pearly cover to it. It starts by saying, I am very happy to begin a new journey to faraway places by means of the brush held in my mouth. So interesting. The winter mountains are ranged before me, covered with the fallen leaves of trees. They are warm-colored like the tail of a squirrel. Perhaps this is nature's consolation to us in the cold weather. It's actually quite like addictive. Let me just read this to you. It sounds so interesting. In my boyhood, I was not very fond of these mountains. I couldn't bear the thought of living such a mountain life, working in the narrow fields like my parents, my hands covered with earth. At the first glance, money and social position seemed to make people happy. Maybe I used to think that such things were beyond the mountains. Surely someday I will find them. I remember gazing at the mountains with such thoughts. In June of the year of my graduation from university, however, that someday attacked me in a totally unexpected way. In 1970, without any warning, an accident happened in the gymnasium of the school where I was working. I tried to turn a somersault, failed, and fell to the floor. My pupils thought I had done it as a joke, as usual. It seems to be an ability of the human mind that people can remember past pain and joy later. Past pain with joy later, I'm sorry. Looking back on the 9 years of hospital life, I remember the encouragement of the nurses and my friends, rather than any hardship, the warm letters of my pupils rather than sorrow, the flowers near the window rather than the ceiling of the hospital. I was strongly impressed by the word live from my mother, or from the Bible rather than by my own idea, let me die. Now the same mountains I gazed at in my boyhood are before me. Here is my home village with its winding pathways, and in the fields at the foot of the mountains, farmers are doggedly at work, bent close to the ground like stones. The shadow of the wheel of my wheelchair is getting bigger like a rainbow. The distant tinkle of a music box from the primary school is floating in the air. The evening sun is sinking low, dyeing the mountains, the trees, and myself all the same color. The darkness of night makes the morning brighter. We often realize the value of things after we have lost them. People move their fingers unintentionally and walk naturally on their two legs as a matter of course. But there are more important matters than those visible things. Maybe to lose and to be given our next-door neighbors. My dream someday is not an encounter with success in life or being promoted to a high position, which I dreamed of in my boyhood. I had the illusion that I could live by my own power alone. The reality is this: my existence is very small, but it encounters great love, and I think now that such a wonderful encounter as this is worth more than anything in the world. So, I'm wondering if, the fact that he said he had a brush in his mouth, if he isn't one of these mouth painters. So, some time ago, I got a whole collection of paintings, bookmarks, little pieces of art that were by the mouth and foot painters of, I believe, Ontario. And yeah, it kind of makes me think about that. See, like this one, he's like, these are like his art and then a little verse. So the stalk broken easily, like my neck, yet in that very place new buds appear, fresh blossoms. Like this flower, I drink water. I enjoy the same sunlight. I will grow strong. He talks about his painting. And he talks a lot about like different kinds of different abilities, like artificial leg is mentioned. To the flowers. But it's all floral, beautiful paintings. And amazingly beautiful words, honestly. Lots of deep thought in this book, for sure. And then there are some more of his writings at the back. Yeah, so he was paralyzed from the neck down in that accident. So all he could do while lying motionlessly on his back was gaze at the ceiling. Sometimes because of respiratory and other bodily problems, he became perilously near to death. So yes, holding a pen in his mouth, he managed to write the first part of his name. He eventually produced his first flower picture and his first poems. Yeah, he's a mouth painter. Really cool. I don't know how these things keep finding me, these like mouth painting things, but it's very fascinating. So, all of that to say, that was my thrift haul. I hope you enjoyed this little thrift haul. I think my favorite thing is probably that Journey of the Wind book, and I'm really looking forward to jumping into using some of these things. So until next time, I hope the thrifting fairies are with you. Bye for now.